It's happening.
Here it is.
We made it 15 weeks for this day. We already had malfunction. Bryce forgot his vest. First Colorado Ultra!
So we accidentally missed them at the first crewing station.
So fast.
Where are my trek poles?
This part is so hard. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, and if you're new here, I'm Jen.
I'm Bryce.
And we ran our first ultra marathon last February in the Black Canyon 60K. Whew, and that was quite the challenge. We did a 24-week training period, and it really showed us how to be dedicated to ourselves and to running.
So more recently, we trained and ran the Above the Clouds 50K, which was very challenging in my opinion, and you'll hear us whine constantly about the elevation.
This is so hard.
Yeah, this is the race course. But that's just part of the challenge as flatlanders, is us going and training at 10,000 feet elevation to run like a 84 to 9,400 feet elevation race. And I'm so excited to share that with you guys and our entire journey ahead.
And if you want to find out more about that, you can check out our 15-week training series, which will be linked somewhere in the description. Probably
So it's normally up here.
Okay.
All right, with that said, let's get into the race video report.
Good morning. I think I got more sleep than the last one. That was pretty cold. So we decided to wake up at 4:30, which is really early for us, because if you watch any of our training videos, we always have this grand plan to do our long runs at like 7 a.m. get going, but they always happen at like noon or 1 or 2, so we're just scrambling for daylight at the end.
That's life. That's life in the van. I'm just warning you. I don't know. By the time you get out the door and you've done all the stuff you need to do to get out the door, it takes 4 hours.
We also just really treasure our sleep. Someone is not ready for this morning to happen. And it's me. No, I'm just kidding. Looks like Kane.
Race mode, scramble. We got an hour and a half and it is going quick.
Why does time fly? When I'm laying there at nighttime, wide awake, it is not flying. But when we have to have a crunch time, it's like, go!
I need to schedule an extra half hour just for my toe socks. Man, those take forever to put on. And then I put them on backwards.
He's special. So once we got warmed up and ready to go, we decided to eat breakfast, which I decided to eat something I normally don't eat, which I think started the sabotage of my race.
It's one of those things that we knew not to do, and we knew in the last race.
It's like a cardinal sin. Never do anything new on race day.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, granola is gonna be great this morning.
No, it's not. I was just too lazy to cook anything, and I should have. So lesson learned, no granola before I run a race. Why was that a problem? Well, let's just say it backed me up.
Oh, we can talk about it more as the race goes on, as much as people want to hear about your bathroom issues.
That was the #1 issue. I feel like my biggest fear in the morning of a race is not being able to go to the bathroom, and that was the first thing that was happening. So I knew in my head, like, oh crap, no pun intended, this was gonna be a hard day.
It's gonna be a doozy.
I was trying to think of more puns.
That was kind of fun. I don't know.
It was a doozy.
Yeah, I know.
It's happening.
Here it is.
We made it 15 weeks for this day.
It's 5 a.m. We're just gearing up, trying to get ready to run, I guess.
Ooh, I am really excited to run our first Colorado race, but also so nervous. It's like a different nervous from the Black Canyon one, mostly because that was just because it was the first ultra, and we also had so much preview and time on that trail. This one we have like not had a lot of time on, which is okay because
it's pretty normal for people.
You don't get to do that, so we're very lucky, but it's almost like awful that we did get a little taste so we know what we're up against.
And I just went outside and was looking down at the town that we're gonna start in, and it is way down there. So we're gonna have a ways to get up to where we are right now, like 2,000 feet.
But I'm gonna cross my fingers that my knee holds up. I put KT tape, but I'm wearing leggings, so it should seal it to my body.
Predicting disaster.
We're very fortunate though, because we have our friend Morgan here. So she can help us get confidence in our bodies and also help us know if we should stop.
Yep, and now we have 7 minutes to take care of a bunch of stuff and get on the road to the race trail.
All right, we'll see you at the start.
You can have a good time sleeping and then hanging out with your aunties and uncles and cousins, okay?
It's go time. Everyone's waiting for us. We actually have to go.
Okay, let's go.
Bye, Kane.
Bye.
Here. And this is how we're getting to the trailhead.
And he doesn't care.
Yes. Okay.
So we were all having a good time, just kind of relaxing, not letting the nerves get to us, chatting all the way down the mountain to the start line. And we get out of the truck, gonna stretch, and what happened there, Bryce?
Oh, nothing.
We already had malfunction. Bryce forgot his vest. Don't worry, he's gonna say it. I forgot it for him. So let's just clear the air. He forgot it.
Since he's not here.
You got
Team Jen.
Woo! Yeah, Team Jen! Adrenal Jen. I don't know how you said it, but yeah.
Adrenaline.
I just do one of these and I'm like, oh, I remembered everything but my running vest, which is typical to forget something. Luckily, we were close enough to the trailhead where Amy and Caleb drove right back up the mountain. Thank you, friends, and got my vest, threw it on, and we had plenty of time to sit by the starting line.
Our hero.
There it is.
Woo! You saved the day.
But that was like one of those like OF moments where I can't believe I forgot that. Anyway, it worked out, but needless to say, that was a huge hiccup in the beginning of our day.
First Colorado Ultra! Sergeant! Woo! Way back! I'm just kidding.
I like her. I like her.
You're going to take a right. Make sure that you take that right. I do have court martial backup. Very easy to follow. There's no checking in any stations. Cheers section. Woo! All right. Bye.
So we took off from the starting line and we headed on to a short segment of pavement which I always appreciate because I feel like it really warms up your body. For me anyways, I'm a clumsy runner, so I don't have too much trip on there, and I'm just more of a natural pavement runner than trail, so I really appreciated having that little segment of warming up.
Yeah, when it was uphill, because you're like climbing a mountain for like the first 5 miles of the trail, especially everyone at 4:30 in the morning when it's like in the fall, everyone's gonna be cold, right? You're wearing like 2 layers less than you should. And so I think the uphill, you're getting spaced out the way you need to, people are easily passing, and then you have this, you know, nice trail. I think it was the perfect warm up for what was to come.
About 2 miles in. How are you feeling it?
Not as breath as expected. Couldn't I keep putting water, you know?
Toes are still frigid, but
I want to be out of water.
alright. Only about a mile and some change till the first day. So I gotta stop talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we mentioned in the beginning, this is our second ultra, so what I was really taking this race in was learning from other people and what their strategies were. And it was humbling to see other people walking the uphill so early, because I feel like sometimes when you're so early into like runs or anything, you're like, oh, I got all the energy in the world, but it made me feel okay to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was mid-pack. I have no
Maybe
clue, and I will like never know what the front pack or front of the race is like. But for us that are like, to finish the race is the accomplishment, we're not trying to like medal or something, then that was good to know, because Colorado has some really steep, low oxygen, heavy inclines. And for us, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, man, if people are just gonna be sprinting up these like this is free, then I'm in the wrong race.
Yeah, we would have been some sad people in the back. So we did make it up to the aid station, and we got to see what they offered, and they actually offered quite a lot.
Oh, it's tons. Like we got up there and filled our waters and somehow still lost like 10 or 15 positions, but because everyone just bypassed it, and we're like, okay, hopefully we pass these people later. And then just like got on our way. But that was a great aid station. The one thing I will say is we noticed this is a trend starting with the first aid station. There's like no bathrooms.
Yeah, because this was going to be the story of my life throughout, searching for bathrooms.
Yeah, so you got to be prepared, I guess, for a small race, not to have porta potties or something. I thought at least every aid station would have one. They had 0, so there's a lot of people peeing out in the bushes.
Not me. I held it.
Moving on.
Running on County Road now, on our way to Rainbow Gulch Trailhead.
Yeah, so far so good.
Had a banana. What'd you get?
2 Oreos.
They look tempting, but I don't think I'm ready. But the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. Hope we can get some air in our lungs.
Still going in the uphill. 5 miles in. Quads on fire.
The fog cam.
Keep popping pins.
Oh gosh. He's not running. He forgot his reasons. Oh, the sunshine. Oh, it feels so good. My hands seem finally warm.
Oh, the mountains look cool today.
Oh, the mountain's so pretty. Saucy. That's right. It's not easy. But is it worth it?
Right now I'm not suffering, so.
So yes.
So right now, yeah.
Just left Rainbow Gulch aid station.
Yeah, we lose about 10 or 15 positions every aid station. And we slowly grind them back and then we lose them all.
This is why we're not competitive.
Our aid station game is so bad. It's like, I feel like we get water and we eat a banana and we stretch and then we lose 10, 15.
And I feel like we're actually being really productive at the aid stations, but
Yeah.
I'm just too afraid not to stop at one. I'd rather stop, get the energy and the fuel
Yeah.
for the next miles than just be like, oh, I'm good, and then I suffer in between it. Things we're learning on the fly.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is an easy downhill. We should get after it.
Yeah, we're gonna run 5 more miles until home stake, and maybe our crew will be there.
Yeah. Somehow they didn't make it to this aid station.
Oh, that's
which
okay.
It's the easiest one. So that's kind of funny.
I think it's funny. We're just trailblazing. NASCAR Jen is in full swing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say there, but
I don't know.
all right. Vroom, vroom. Look how beautiful that is. All right, we're getting closer to the reservoir, and it is definitely the coldest part of the trail so far.
Yeah. Now they're all sweaty in the shade with like the lake air wafting off.
Like my fingers just thawed out, and now they're frozen again. Ooh-wee. But at least the cold air is keeping me numb. No pain, but no gain.
9 miles.
Woo! We're doing it.
Oh, we got the wide mouth expression. I think that means she's happy.
So this part of the race is actually familiar with us again because we've ran this section in training, which was very helpful, just having familiar scenery around you so you can kind of have checkpoints to know where you're at. Especially for me at this point, I was kind of starting to feel a little weird in the stomach. I was cramping up in my lower abdomen, and I also started to notice my toes started swelling up really bad in my toe socks. And then on top of that, my back was just on fire and seizing up, and we're only at not even to mile 13 at this point. And I've definitely had races in the past where I've hit a wall at 7 miles and I have like 20 more miles to go, just trying to fight through it. So that part didn't really scare me. I knew like I could get out of it, but it was just a bummer that I was starting to not feel so good with so many miles ahead of myself.
Ooh-wee. Made it. Oh wow, he's way up there. Gotta catch up.
So through this section, Bryce definitely was feeling good because he was running quite a bit ahead of me, and I was just taking my time thinking, okay, I know there's a vault toilet at the next aid station. So that was what was getting me through. You just gotta hold on to those little pieces of hope.
That sounds horrible.
Porta potty.
Gosh, I'm like solely focused on this porta potty.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta like learn to
funny.
aim somewhere.
I know, it's just funny because normally it's like food, and then this time it's a porta potty. It's like
food was not on my high-ranking tier for motivation
It's like
in
that whole
this
point.
race.
This is our crew here at the Homestake aid station. How's everyone feeling?
Feeling good. Happy I haven't run 13 miles to get here.
So we accidentally missed them at the first crewing station.
So fast.
Yes,
They were.
it's a good sign. They were way too fast, but we're here. We're here now, and we will stay as long as we need. Go team! All right, so this is what we've got going on at Homestake Aid Station. Pretty chill vibes. Lots of dogs.
I'm getting a little weary of eating now. Especially because I don't know where the porta potties are. It was like lack of porta potties.
Yeah, this is the only one.
Yeah, I tried. Wasn't a success.
So now I'm aware that not only do I feel like I have to go to the bathroom, but I can't go to the bathroom.
Oh my god, this is like a nightmare race scenario. I know it's gross, but like,
It's the realities of racing.
any of you that have been out there know the feeling.
So once we were with our crew, I was really excited to see Morgan because the cramping in my back just became excruciating to the point where I could like barely lift my arms up. She instantly was like, take your pack off, cross your arms, and she got behind me and then just did a major back cracking, and oh my god, there was just so much relief after that.
I'll take one of those.
Wow. That is what I needed. Okay, I gotta take this off.
Hopefully I can, this is a lot taller.
And then she attempted Bryce.
Yeah, I got the same treatment, but it doesn't work so well for someone that's 6'2". So I ended up laying on a foam roller, which worked pretty damn well because I needed it as well.
Big play for Morgan.
Then also at this aid station, I attempted to eat, but I just really could not get anything in, especially just because my stomach was not feeling good. And I just had no craving for anything. Everything I looked at, I just kind of wanted to throw up.
I hate that feeling.
But along with that, the energy of the crew was just amazing. Caleb's flute playing is off the charts. You want to buy a CD, go to a local Walmart near you.
I know.
How's morale on the trail?
Good.
We did make a mistake at this aid station, and looking at the trail map and the elevation map and all that stuff, we made the decision to get rid of our trekking poles at this point.
Are you leaving your poles?
Okay. Oh, you are?
The next section's pretty flat when Amy showed me.
There is this little climb right here, I guess we have to do.
Are you able to read that and understand it?
So beautiful.
Yeah.
It looked like it was supposed to be pretty flat, and then we were gonna see them again. It ended up not being that way, and then we saw them 3 miles before the race was over, so we gave up our trekking poles for the section that we needed them the most.
Yeah, I definitely regret that decision. And I don't know what blinders we had on looking at this map course, because the elevation chart is very clear that there is a lot of elevation gain.
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time.
And it felt like even when the elevation was over, there was more to climb.
Yeah.
It felt actually endless for us on the trail. I would have really liked having those, so giving them up, even a quarter mile down the road, we were like, oh no, what did we do?
Yeah. And I think in my head, I was just thinking, oh, I could like shed some weight off my like chest so my back wasn't hurting so bad. But in reality, I probably would have just been holding the trek poles, using them in my hand.
Yeah.
And it probably would have alleviated my back pain because I could have had my shoulders in a better position. So another lesson learned.
Yeah. I don't want to undersell the trek poles.
Yeah.
They have been amazing in both ultras, and this one we ran the second half obviously without them, and I would have killed for them.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah.
Okay, I want people doing this. Alright, guys.
Okay, bye.
Oh, remember who you are. I miss you.
I miss you already. Come with us. All right, left Homestake aid station, and my stomach is definitely not feeling the best.
Yeah, that sucked. It's so hard to keep running when your stomach's bubbling.
Yeah, and I think it's a combination of just swallowing so much snot. Like, I gotta walk. Ooh, I might cramp. Oh God. I think it's like a combination of trying to suck in a whole bunch of air, because there is really none, and my like diaphragm and everything can't keep up. So
yeah, the diaphragm is something that is really challenging at elevation.
yeah.
Mine is suffering, but I think I just got in a little bit too much food at that aid station.
Oh, yeah, this is just a piece of this ultra world that I need to get used to or do better with. And also, we didn't do a very good job eating this time around in our training.
Yeah. Well, we weren't doing a lot of 20+ mile days.
Yeah.
Like we did for Black Canyon.
Ooh. But we're officially a half marathon in.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful day.
Oh my God, yeah, look at this view too. I just wanted a second to stretch.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that view.
Yeah, look at that view down there.
View's sick.
Oh man.
Just hit 14 miles, how you feeling?
Like I should have kept those truck poles.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. We looked at the map and it looked pretty flat, and we've just been climbing and climbing and climbing after a long descent.
Okay, just trying to be positive, taking it mile by mile, aid station by aid station, finish line by finish line. No matter how hard I'm breathing, that is beautiful. Okay, all right, let's do this. I can do it. Everyone can do it. This is nothing. Looking forward to the cheesecake, to the wherever we eat, friends, hot tub, so much motivators. Oh, whew.
Mile 15 check-in. Feeling any better?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just sandbagging, Bryce.
No, that's all right. Slow is fast. That doesn't really make sense, but
And fast is slow.
yeah.
Is it up?
Consistent. We're going up last time, and I think it was wrong. Yep.
Okay.
Kane, can you tell us what you think about your parents running 31 miles? Say it to the microphone, please. Yes. Uh-huh. Do you think they're gonna make it? Kane? Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Great. Great. Would you like to run with them? No comment. Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, Jen is telling me I shouldn't film her. So that's normal when she turns the camera on me. She's like, we gotta capture this. People wanna know how you really feel.
I was just telling Bryce that this is really hard right now. That's okay. Sometimes you gotta just say it out loud and recognize that it's hard, but not give up.
Jen's in a dark spot on mile 16 after doing 37 miles without ever hitting one.
I think Bryce is just living in glory right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm certainly starting to hurt.
It's more of just like I got a lot of pressure up in my head. It's from my shoulders just being incredibly tight.
Yeah,
Something I've never experienced.
we think it's come from just having a really stressful last few weeks, especially the last week was hyper stressful for us.
I've been suffering from migraines for the last week.
Yeah,
That hasn't helped. But we're gonna keep strong. We're gonna keep doing it. Like, right, is it on this side?
no, it's the wrong side. There you go.
strong.
Yeah, you gotta be strong. That's right.
Permanently on my body, so I gotta, you know, live up to the standards.
I'm surprised you remembered you had that.
Me too. But time waits for no one.
That one's easy because I always see that one. I'm always behind her.
All right. Keep going.
Okay, she wants me to stop filming, so I'm gonna keep filming.
Ready.
All right,
You may look.
that got her going.
Now I could keep walking, have some private time back here with me and some fruit snacks. Pain is becoming real.
But look at how beautiful it is.
So we left the reservoir and then you head up a major uphill climb. But the holy grail on top of the hill appeared, and it was finally Rampart Ridge. And I feel like this was the best aid station on the whole course. The volunteers there were super ready to help you and super excited to see you, and it was just very genuine positivity. Sure. And the best part was Barkley and getting to just meet this super cute friendly dog that just wanted to love you up. And it was just so great because I was in such a dark space to have that little light.
This aid station for me felt more like we're far enough into the race. I think it might have been 24, 25 miles, that it's like lights at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like you're going over this big hill, they're gonna go on this big downhill, and you can see it, and you're like, okay, we don't have that much in front of us. It gave me personally a lot of energy to finish the race.
I feel more accomplished.
Two-thirds.
This one's for Sarah. I am putting food in my body. Also, they said if I did not put food in my body, I do not get cheesecake at the end. So I'm eating food to reward myself with food. Everything's about food for me.
That sounds like not some great thing to get into, but here we are.
That's why I have to keep doing all the rest.
Yeah, we're burning like 4,000 calories today, so it's okay.
So we sadly had to leave the awesome aid station, and from there we headed our way back to Laval Gulch aid station, which was great because I knew once we got there we only had like 3 miles left to the finish. So I was like, we're gonna just knock this section out and it's gonna be easy breezy. We're going down this really great hill, and we get to the bottom and there are just giant rolling hills everywhere.
And they're just like forest roads endlessly. And especially this section caught me off guard because it was like endless inclines. As soon as you crested something, there was something higher. And then as soon as you got to the tree line up there, there was something higher. And then you went down, and then you went up, and then you went down. And so we're just like, where are my trek poles?
Oh, you are?
It was just, this was a grind. This is the worst section of the trail in my opinion.
6-6.
Nice. Tired water crossing.
How was my snot?
Probably as good as mine. I have not stopped farmers blowing basically all day.
How can your body produce that much snot?
Guess you're just a slimy personality.
That's true.
Just kind of a sleazeball.
Yep, nailed it. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Tear me down.
I gotta pick on her when she's tired.
Yeah, she doesn't pick on me enough.
No, then she can't outrun me. Hey, oh, all right, well, I'm not running, so. Oh God, she's not gonna stop. I better start running.
We were down there. And now we're up here. I don't think we're ever done climbing. Oh, look here. Breaking the rules. NASCAR Jen.
NASCAR Jen, there she is. Whew. Let's do a body check-in. How's the body holding up?
I got a second wind.
Okay, me too.
Feels very painful right here.
Okay.
I can lift my arm, but my legs and knees and ankles don't hurt.
That's great. Those are the ones you need right now.
Yeah, I do actually like pain in my chest through my scapula, but just managing.
Yeah, so my hips have been hurting for probably like 8 miles, and it's kind of like radiating down my hip flexor, kind of the outside of my glute. And I forgot to mention, with the hip stuff, the glute stuff, I also have a left knee that's pissed off from all the downhill. And I think that my hip flexors are upset from all of the uphill. So just need more training like this. Nothing, I'm just whining. All right, we're at about almost 24 miles in. Not a whole lot left.
2 more miles to our last aid station.
Yep, then we get to see our friends again. And then we get to run the last 3 miles,
Home stretch, baby.
which seems pretty easy, even on tired legs.
So at this part, I had hit definitely a mental wall in the race, and I was just feeling super defeated, mostly because I now not only had the back pain, the stomach pain, blister feeling in my feet, I was also starting to develop kind of some chest pain, and I was getting a little nervous about it because I was like, okay, we're definitely in the boonies, there's no service, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not having a heart attack because my heart rate isn't crazy. But then it would wrap around and hit into the back of my shoulder blades and kind of have like a pierce feeling every time I would take a step and every time I take a breath in, and it was just so painful to work through it. I just felt so crushed.
I'm definitely hitting a low moment.
Really? Seemed like you were picking it up back there.
Plus we were going downhill.
Yeah, it's just a hill climb.
These uphill climbs are crushing my soul.
I knew I just needed to finally break out my music and get some rhythm to get myself to a beat where I can kind of feel sustained in my pace.
I think I'm breaking. I gotta put music in. This part is so hard. I got this. Keep going.
But it did help tremendously to get me through this part. And I'm also just so lucky at this moment because if I didn't have Bryce running with me, I think I would have just DNF'd. I think I would have quit the race because I was in just such a shamble of feelings. But I think these are the moments that transcend from race to real life to make you feel discomfort. So that way, in real life, if you are feeling discomfort, that you have to push through and just get to your end goals, even though it may feel uncomfortable or painful. But also then you'll get to realize to look at your support next to you and give you that other reason to keep going.
Yeah, I completely agree, and could literally go on all day because the ultra endurance mindset has given me a new level in my body that I was not capable of before, where a lot of times I would quit. Like I said, we'll have to talk about that in a podcast because it's something we just don't have enough time to unpack here.
But finally, we did round a corner and we saw our crew sitting in the lawn chair.
Oh man, and they were so excited.
And they were just pumped.
Yeah! Woo!
Go!
Woo, woo, woo! Way to go, guys!
I think we have the best crew. And I think other people know because
other people are like, is that your crew? And they know us as like the loud crew people.
I think it's also awesome because they're not there just for us either. I think they're also giving so much hope and inspiration and positivity to the other runners going by.
They absolutely
They're at
totally
least putting
are.
a smile on some other people's faces.
Woo! Yeah!
Then from there, I just remember seeing our crew and walking to them, and it just gave me a flood of emotion, and I just broke down crying because I was just like, how have I made it to this point? Because I just feel so miserable, and I feel so lucky that we have these faces to like come and get this support from, and just I knew they were gonna uplift my spirits.
And they totally did, didn't they?
They totally did. They were kind of confused if I was like happy or sad crying.
Yeah. I remember some of the crew saying, hey, Bryce looked really good.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure about Jen.
I was also unsure about myself.
Which felt accurate.
again, we sadly had to leave our crew behind and then made our way on the final 2-mile stretch.
I would say this was the honeymoon phase because we knew we were gonna finish. I personally was feeling strong.
Pick it up! Just kidding, you're doing great. Go at your own pace. Listen to your body.
There's the end.
Boom. So close. We've been in this position before. Let's finish this out.
28 miles in. We're in the home stretch.
Let's finish this thing.
We have the best support and crew and friends.
Yes.
Honestly, this would have been really awful if they weren't here.
Would have been much harder for sure. Oh man.
I'm just holding on to that glimpse of the finish line. I'm struggling.
Well, it's mostly downhill from here. It's just those sort of poundy, gravelly, slippery downhills. So we gotta navigate them.
Yeah. Bryce is crushing it though. I knew he'd do really good on this ultra. You're just meant to climb, meant to descend.
The mountain goat.
Yeah.
But this section also tied back up to the first section we ran, which once we hit that, I was like, okay, we are golden.
Oh yeah.
And so we ran through that little section of trail back onto pavement, and that's where, for me, it was like game on. There were cones lined up, and I was like, these are just great checkpoints to get me to the finish.
Any energy we sandbagged, we were gonna burn at this point.
Yeah, and I just saw one cone in front of the other, and I just kept saying that in my head as I picked up speed faster and faster, and I was just saying, one more cone, and it became the mantra. That's not what I would ever think my mantra of this race would be one more cone. And it helped us pass some other people at the end, and we get around the corner onto the dirt track, see that energy ball again of crewmates.
And then I just threw my trek poles and we're like, hell yeah. We just finished this race and everyone was there cheering. It was so just awesome. I absolutely love like the feeling of accomplishment you get from finishing a really challenging thing like that.
Congratulations.
All right, so thank you for putting on this race. It was a super fun second ultra marathon for us to take on. It gave me personally a lot of confidence to take on a longer race. So now that Jen's had one great race, I've had one great race. Now I think we're searching for a longer, more challenging race. So look forward to that content in the future. Overall, I mean, how did you feel after the race? I've never actually seen Jen. I'm asking her this because I've never actually seen her this sick. She was not feeling good for like 24 hours.
Yeah, so I remember just getting back to our vans and I was starting to kind of have some visual stuff in my eyes where it just felt like a filter was in my peripherals, and just thinking I didn't feel good, I felt nauseous, but trying to keep calm that this is not like a life-threatening thing. I just had to get more nutrients in my body, but it was kind of scary. It does scare me, and I just felt like I couldn't like contribute to picking up our van stuff, because from there we were gonna drive 2 hours to our friend's parents' house. Thank you, Kevin.
Yes, it's a great idea to run 31 miles and then immediately drive for hours. So that was what we were enduring.
But our saving grace was that Bryce felt excellent afterwards and had 0 issues. And I feel like you probably could just ran another 31 miles. Me, on the other hand, I was sitting in the passenger seat with a baggie to my mouth, with a major migraine, and just waiting for the moment I could lay down in a bed.
Yeah, that was rough. When we got to Kevin's house, Jen was just like, I just need water in bed.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
You know I'm sick when I can't finish a meal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, especially after not eating basically all day. That was a rough learning curve, this ultra.
Yeah, but I am still willing to go further in the distance.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's run a further race. Let's train longer. Let's train harder. Let's run at 31,000 feet in the air. I'm kidding. It's all right.
The next one is not going to be at a high elevation.
We already decided we're going to do a lower elevation for more distance. So that's kind of the goal.
And it doesn't mean that it can't have elevation gain in the race, just not at 9,000 feet.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a little ambitious, I think, for us.
And I didn't actually feel good at that elevation until the last week. I don't know what it was that clicked for me. I'm glad it did.
I just think before we do another Colorado race, I do want to get more experience at a level that we're comfortable with. And I'm just not quite comfortable running at a higher elevation. But with that said, if you have any suggestions for a 50 miler or anything above 37 miles.
Or even a bicycle race. I'm just saying, kind of like open-ended, non-swimming endurance.
We're not ready for that one.
I think I would drown.
But leave it in the comments down below. We would love to hear what you would suggest or even what races you have done that you've really enjoyed. But we just want to say a huge thank you to you guys, because without your support, I honestly think, I don't know if I would run the same.
Yeah, YouTube has helped us be better people. It's helped us commit to the race. It's helped us make sure we get the runs in, and it has helped us just, I don't know, be more committed. So thank you for being there. Thank you for watching this, and thank you for getting this far in the video.
Yes, thank you for running with us today, and we can't wait to see you on the next one. Okay, did we do it?
We did it. All right, it's done. Yes.
With our Black Canyon Ultra, we had really big news to share with you, because at the end, we had a surprise engagement. But it just so happens, with our life events lining up, we have another huge announcement.
We got a puppy!
We got a puppy!
And she's right here. Her name is Cecil, and if you know what the name is from,
yeah,
you get points, channel points. I don't know what those are, but
this is our baby girl Cecil, and we've had her now for 11 or 12 days.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also why our video has been so delayed, is because we've been just acquainting ourselves to parenthood.
Yep, and just as another life event piled on top, Kane had knee surgery, which we're gonna make a video about that. So he's been trying to recover from that pretty intense surgery, and then at the same time we got Cecil, and so life has been a struggle. Yeah. That's why this video has been so delayed. Sorry it took longer than we expected to get out. Sorry it took longer to record, but we weren't getting much sleep, to say the least.
And we wanted to be in our best mood, or the best mood possible we could be in. But not only is this our biggest life event in the future, we also have another huge event to share with you.
Yes, which it all happened at exactly the same time. It's crazy. I can't wait to share that news. We're gonna make a whole new video series about it, so stay tuned for that.
And we just want to say a huge thanks to everyone that has supported us, and it really takes us the distance. So thank you for everyone that has followed our journey online and in person and has gave us such encouraging words, because I really needed them this time around.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate your feedback. We appreciate your kindness. We appreciate having conversations with you guys in the chat. Like, This is amazing. We've had so fun with this channel. I cannot wait to bring it to the next level. So that was our recap on our second ultra. If you have any questions and you're a new ultra runner, please drop it below in the chat. We'd love to talk about it.
Not that we can't give you the best advice, but we can give you some advice. But if this video inspired you and you want to try this race, definitely check out Above the Cloud Ultra and Redmond Running in Colorado.
And we'll have the links down below.
So thank you again for running with us, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.
Bye guys.
I just wanted to get your salt thong on camera.
Wait, do I really have the salt?
Yeah, looks like you're wearing Victoria's Secret underwear made of salt.
Why is my body so soft? Well, it's the first time wearing leggings, so now I guess I know what that does.
I gotta burp.
That's okay. That's a weird burp.
It was like it wanted to commit and then it was like shy.
Okay, I feel that way a lot. That's like my life in a nutshell.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, alright, you ready?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good, we're at 29 miles.
Whew.
As Nick Bear would say, go one more. That's about what we have.
Oh, so stay hard
Yeah, stay hard.
and go one more.
Stay hard. Is that what we said?
Stay hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can attest that I'm not gonna go one more mile. Not an overachiever today. Sorry to disappoint you, Nick Bear.
Well, when he watches this, he's gonna be pissed at you.
Oh, frick.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll just amend it when that time comes.
You can just run that dirt track at the school. You get that one more.
Gal pass. Okay, let's go. Ooh.
I'm just, and this, and it was just,
We've been in this position before. This is where I was making fun of you in dates.
An epitome.
An epitome. So, let's finish this out.
Also, we just had a power up from a boxer we found. It was worth it to stop and take time to do that.
Oh, they're so good.
Okay, let's go home. I want to see Kane.
All right.
I had to put my hood up. It's getting really chilly in here. We're in the van and it's like 20 degrees outside, maybe less.
yeah.
And we can't run the heater because otherwise you guys will hear it. So we're just enduring, thus the coat.
My hands are turning yellow.
Okay, we're almost done.
We're almost at the finish
Wow.
of this video.
Oh, wow. How perfect. As we freeze to death in the van.
Hopefully we can make this to the end. This is the ultra video making.
We gotta endure.
Okay, so anyways, okay. And we can't wait to run with you next time.
Bye.
Bye.